we've gotten away from our Certainty delivery back there. Stopped at the Flying J, got a little fuel. And Joey sent me a load picking up. It's only about 75 miles away in Alton, Illinois. Getting some palletized lime, basically a fertilizer product, I believe, and it comes straight back this way to, oh no, my bad. It goes down towards the Missouri boot hill to Brosley, Missouri. So that's what we got cooking. Special thanks to Rob back there at the Certainty. Nice fella. He even sprayed some WD-40 on my turnbuckles back there and my gate bolt. Nice fella. He offered to take me on a little ride there on his, I forget what he called it, but that little train, that train cart, puller, whatever it is, but I just needed to get on the road. But thanks anyway, Rob. Now I'll know how things work when I come back to the Certainty. And at least the weather is still dry, and it's 38 degrees. I'll take it. Okay, folks, well, I'll see you in Alton, Illinois. Okay, folks, we're arriving here in Alton, Illinois. I think this is my shipper here to the right. I guess I'm gonna have to go down here to the stoplight and take a right. Not really sure, never been here before. Looks like it's the way in. See what we can figure out here. See, there's a sign back there that said Bluff City. So that's the name that's on my work order. So let me pull over here past this truck and read this signage. See what that's all about. Bluff City Minerals. Let's check in at scale office before entering the plant site. Scale house channel 18, it says. All right, well, let me see if I can get checked in. All right, folks, well, I got scaled in there, finally. Took me about a half hour because I didn't have a load number in the order. So I had to pull off the scale, call my dispatcher, and wait for him to call me back with a pickup number. Jeez Louise. So, finally got that process done. And she told me to circle around. I'm just giving you a look. Supposed to circle around the scales here, kind of like the way I came in almost. And then there's a little round building over here, kind of a cone-shaped building. I believe I'm supposed to back up to the yellow barrier, which you'll be able to see here in a minute. I think they load this with a front end loader, so they must keep the product in that cone-shaped building and then load it from right out by that door. That building right there is where I'm supposed to back up to. See those yellow barriers there? I'm gonna kind of make a U-turn and back up to that. It's not very level. The lady inside told me, do not get out of my truck. I told her I'd like to get out at some point and look at my scales. She says, well, we know how much to put on you. I'm like, yeah, but I got a front axle and a rear axle. They didn't seem to care. So I'll just have to talk to the guy. The loaders are supposedly on a different channel. So I'll see if he's somewhat reasonable. All right, so, well, they got a lot of dump truck activity around here. In and out, in and out. So let me get backed up to this spot here and we'll see if we can get loaded. Okay guys, so the loader just showed up. Starting to load. Giving you a shot of it. Typical front end loader. I told him to give me 23.5 tons and he asked whether to load it in the middle or spread out. I said spread out. So that's how it works. See, he's getting it from inside that building there. Just dumping it in. Hopefully he'll let me look at my gauges here at some point. We'll see. All right, folks. Paperboy Trucker back on the road with you. We're in Missouri. I'm about 15 minutes from my customer. What's the name of this town we're headed to? Oh, you know, I've got this load of pellet lime, I think it's called. Some kind of fertilizer product. And we're going to a little town called Oakley, Missouri. Kind of in southeast Missouri. So I actually had a situation a few miles back where, you know, Robert, my trainer at Maverick and Oakley, had told me about this, and I'm glad he did. So I was aware when it happened, but he told me that with these trucks, you know, Peterbilt and Kenworth, that sometimes, you know, if the coolant senses a little bit low, and I mean a little bit, it'll give you this alert that your truck's going to shut down shortly. So I got that alert back there, and like I said, I'm glad he had told me about that, because I had already stocked up, you know, had a jug of coolant, you know, got a jug of coolant, got a jug of oil, you know, extra stuff like that. So I was able to pull over, although it wasn't a very good place to pull over. Popped the hood, and you know, I probably added a quart of coolant, cranked it back up, and all is well. So I'm glad he told me about that. So as you can see, we're it's Thursday morning, by the way, about 7:20. Sun's just getting up, about 35 degrees. It was like 26 degrees when I first hit the road about an hour ago. I stopped and camped out there on 67 South at a place called Cherokee Pass truck stop. Been by it many times, but never actually stopped there. But I ran my clock pretty much out. I think I had maybe 15 minutes left on it when I stopped last night, so pretty full day. This is a short trip though. It was only 75 empty miles And let me check the loaded miles. 205 loaded miles. So it's a short trip. But as you can see, we're traveling through some tiny little Missouri roads as the sun comes up here to my left. Blinding as it pops up over the horizon. So I'll try to show you some unload if I can when I get to the customer. All right, folks, back at you here in Rolston, Missouri. GPS says we're only about a quarter of a mile from my customer, which according to the map is just up here on the left. All right, I think I see something that might be what we're after. See if we can figure out how to get in here. Well, this is it. So let's just turn in here and see if we can figure out where we need to be. All right, it says all visitors report to the office. Where is the office? Okay. Well, let me see where the office is. Okay guys, so got checked in at the little office over there. There's a couple of guys sitting in there. But the unloader fellas have not arrived yet. They said that at least one of the unloader guys should be here in the next 10 minutes or so. So just kind of waiting here. But they said what I'll do is pull around the building over there, somewhere back there, and unload. So I've already rolled my tarp over. Let me get up here and take a peek inside the trailer and let's see what this stuff looks like. Oh, yep, just looks like fertilizer. Pelletized lime. That's what it is. That should dump out pretty easy. And then broom out or blow it out. Shouldn't be too bad. All right. And I know some of you have made comments about my lack of half fenders. And I talked to a guy yesterday at the Peterbilt dealership in it's up near Fort Smith, Arkansas, and gonna get some ordered. Got to get a mounting kit and the half fenders, and I'm gonna get those and try to get those put on before long. So we'll get that resolved anyway. So all right, just waiting on some unloaders. Okay guys, so it's a little after 8 o'clock. The unloader man just arrived. Told me I could go ahead and pull around to the back side here. And it sounds like we're going to be unloading this product kind of like we did those roofing granules yesterday. Just through the little door. Alright, looks like I need to go on around here. Okay, looks like probably going to be in this building over here. I guess. Alright, guess I'll wait and get further instructions here. He's moving some equipment over there. Okay guys, so we're getting unloaded here. Just giving you a shot of the operation. We got a conveyor belt that takes the product right from there all the way up and it dumps it into the warehouse. So just giving you a look at how it works. Looks like it's about half gone, maybe more. Probably have to tilt up a little more. I forgot to take my mud flaps off before I started lifting up, so I had to jerk them off and at the last second there. That's why they're on the ground and not hanging up where they're supposed to be. So here's a look of things. We'll probably tilt it up about I don't know, 80% of the way maybe. So just giving you a good look at how it works. He had me just come through around here and then just back right up to here, and then he positioned the conveyor exactly where he needed it to be lined up with that opening up there in the roof. So all right, that's how it works. My unloader Todd did not want to be on camera, so we're skipping that. All right, more later. All right, guys. Well, I'm just getting out of Bosley, Missouri here. Unfortunately, I got empty about 3 hours ago. So I just talked to Joey, my fleet manager or dispatcher, and I don't know, I guess freight's just super slow at the moment. He's trying to nail down a load out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, but it's not a definite yet. So I've decided to head up towards there's a Love's about 45 miles from here, kind of up in that direction. So I'm going to head that way. I can at least get fuel and maybe get a shower if I still don't have an order by then. But it's already 12:15 on Thursday, so kind of disappointing. Just some dead time. Dead time. So that's what's going on. Not much. All right, more when I have a new job. All right, guys. Hey, it's Friday morning. Let's see where I left things. Yesterday, you know, I made that delivery in Bosley, Missouri, and then I sat empty for, I don't know, a long time, 4 hours or so. Then they deadheaded me here to North Little Rock. I'm at the Oakley North Little Rock yard, camped out here, and they've given me a load. They actually sent it to me late yesterday afternoon, picking up just a few miles from here at Alton, getting some recycled metal called Twitch. And I'll deliver it 9 a.m. Monday in Jackson, Tennessee. So I'll get home early today, have a nice weekend break, but kind of a disappointing week overall though. You know, I had that good trip up to Wisconsin, and then that little short trip where I delivered that fertilizer product to Bosley, and then deadhead here. So I got a lot of empty miles. A lot of empty miles this week, and you know, they say that freight's still kind of slow, probably for the next couple of weeks. we'll see. So I'm trying not to get too messed up about it and just kind of keep learning and adjusting to this new gig. But anyway, that's what's going on. Just giving you a nice, beautiful shot of the morning sunrise there over the Arkansas River. About to hit the road. Done my inspection. I was actually walked up there to the driver's lounge and I ran into Jeremy, who until just like a few days ago was working in the main office here in the safety department. He used to drive, but took a job in the office a few months back, and I guess decided he wanted to come back out on the road. So he just got him in another truck. I think he said it was a 2016 Pete, and was about to hit the road and get his first load. So that's kind of interesting. Had no idea. And had a phone call this morning from a fellow who had emailed me. Oh, he lives over in North Carolina, Mark. And Mark's a guy that he's got a lot of trucking experience, but he hasn't been doing over the road for about 20 years. So he had some questions. We talked a little bit, emailed a little bit, and I said, man, I'm not sure about your break in the over the road, so it's best you probably talk to a recruiter. So I've sent that into the recruiting department to put them in touch, see how that goes. So good luck with that, Mark. Okay, well, let's get moving. I'll give you a shot of the yard as we pull out of here. After I get this load, I plan on coming back here and getting a truck wash. I definitely need it. Got to be careful going around this corner here. There goes Randolph heading into work. Randolph is the recruiting coordinator. But you got to be careful coming around this corner, because office people come around here. Oh, so yeah, you got to watch out. You know how those folks in those four-wheelers can be. So this place we're headed to this morning, just a few miles from here, Alton. I've picked up a load there before, and I've delivered a load there a couple weeks ago. So kind of familiar how it works. I don't remember if they they open up at 7 or 7:30, but it's about 10 after 7 now. So we'll be okay either way. So yeah, I've had a couple of guys reach out to me, email me this week, and then I've called and talked to them. You know, a couple have applied already, and they're talking to recruiters, and they're talking to folks about buying a truck. You know, going through all of that. I appreciate you guys reaching out to me. I'll try to help you if I can. You know, there's a whole lot I still don't know about Oakley and this kind of freight. Just trying to learn as I go here, but I'll do what I can for you. All right, so I'll pick this back up when we get over to the shipper. Hey, one other thing I'd like to mention about Oakley is, like, this load that I'm about to pick up on a Friday and deliver it on Monday, the miles for that trip will actually post to the pay that I get next Friday. As long as I get my paperwork sent in before 5 p.m. on Monday. just, you know, that's how it works. So that should put me at around 2,000 miles for the week. But like I said, a lot of the miles were empty miles. They don't pay as well, of course. But, you know, hopefully freight will get a little stronger. That's what I've been told, is usually by the end of January, early February, it starts to pick up a bit. You know, kind of get over the holiday season. Anyway, we'll see. All right, more later. All right, folks, we're approaching my shipper here. It'll be to the left. This area back here is a big fuel depot hub. See a lot of fuel trucks coming in and out of here. Gasoline, diesel. Here's our entrance to Alton Recycling. And the way it works is we'll veer to the right here and get up on the scale. And then go into the office, check in. Then we'll have to come back out here and scale out, get our paperwork. Pretty low on fuel, so probably gonna weigh below 31,000. I'll have to make sure when he loads me, I leave some room for fuel. They got a digital scale up on the wall here to the left. Okay, so it looks like my weight is about just a hair over 31,000. Let me go check in. All right, guys, so I got checked in. Got my little loading paper to give to the loader. Pulling around to the back of the building. There's a couple of Oakley trucks coming in behind me now. So I don't know if I'm the first one. Kind of looks that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull around to where I've loaded the first time I picked, well, the only time I picked up here. But I have seen trucks get loaded in two different spots, but they're both over here on this end of the lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up here and get my tarp pulled off, rolled over. Let's see. All right, I'll try to show you some load if I can. Okay guys, so I'm getting loaded. This is the second dump. No problem on the weights yet. So we got, looks like one of those Oakley trucks that was behind me is, well, I thought maybe he was backing up to unload. Over there is where you unload if you're bringing in product. Looks like that's what he's doing. And then there's one directly behind me waiting to load, it looks like. So, yeah, the weather's good today. Glad to get out of, been a lot of rain. So it's nice to have some clear sky. Giving you a shot. All right, so the rears are up to about 24,000. Front still light, about 14,000. He may not have even put much toward the front yet. There's the sunrise coming up over there. So you get the idea. That's what the loading procedure is like here. And then once he gets me loaded, I pull back around that way and get back on the scale, go inside, get my paperwork. So now he's starting to work on the front. All right, they call this product Twitch. Some kind of, you know, little pieces of recycled metal. So let's see what that did to the scale. Yeah, that added a couple thousand pounds. All right, guys, more later. All right, everybody. So I've gotten loaded, scaled out, got my paperwork, got my tarp put back on, all ready to go. So there was at least 3, maybe 4 Oakley trucks that were in here when I was. A couple getting loaded, 2 or 3 getting loaded, 1 unloading. In fact, the last time I took a load like this and delivered it in Jackson, Tennessee, I also picked up a returning load from Jackson, Tennessee and brought it back here. Oh, there's a phone call. Let me get back to you. Well, guys, I was gonna get into the truck wash line here, but there's like, I don't know, there's like 7 trucks in line here. That's the biggest line I've ever seen. So I think I'm gonna skip on that. That's gonna take 2 hours. But I'll give you a look around a little bit. I was just talking to Robert, my trainer, who I've mentioned many times. He's still trying to get out of Wisconsin. He picked up a load either this morning or late yesterday up in Minneapolis. I think he said Minneapolis, that delivers here to where I just picked up Monday. So he's gonna have a good week. He'll have, I think he said, like 2,700 miles. So it hasn't been a bad week for everybody. Well, man, I sure did need to get a truck wash. But I may just have to do that. Bad thing is, I don't think the truck wash is open at all on the weekends. You know, when I was at Maverick, those guys would wash it on the weekends usually while I was parked there. They were open every day and extended hours, the whole shebang. Easier to get into the wash, but it is what it is. I may have to get one when I hit the road. I don't know, I may even leave out late Sunday afternoon, get this part of the way down the road. If I do that, then I could maybe get a wash. Oh, I got a 4-wheeler coming around me here. So, all right, well, let me get parked here and I'll go ahead and do my weekly recap. Okay, guys. Wanted to do the review quickly for last week and the pay, the settlement pay we just got today. So my gross for that week was $4,712, and my net was $3,033. And the miles, which are kind of deceiving, the miles, let me fix that camera, it's kind of leaning a little bit. The miles were only 1,114 loaded miles and 323 empty miles. But that's deceiving, because all day Friday, I just ran those loads of bauxite from here to Bauxite, Arkansas and back. And you know, those didn't pay miles, they paid a percentage of the load. So plus I had about 2 hours of time during those runs where, you know, I had a busted air. I actually did some footage on that last week, but I wasn't able to include it in the videos because the audio was gone. I had several segments last week where the audio was missing. So yeah, but I had a rear axle airbag blow out while I was getting one of those loads of bauxite. So it took the shop about an hour and 20 minutes on that. And then I had, when I got this trailer on the first load, one of the mud flaps was gone. So it took them about 30 minutes to replace that. So I did lose a little time. I could have probably done 2 more loads, which would have helped, but you know, that's how it is. So that's, you know, again, we're trying to get through the holiday period. Even this week that we're wrapping up, you know, Monday, a lot of places were off for New Year's Day. So we're still not out of the holiday impact. I'm hoping next week I'll kind of get things picked up and get back onto some good miles and better pay. So we'll see how it goes. Everybody keeps telling me, you know, it should pick up by the time we get to February. So we'll see. So I'm gonna start this next week off with this load I just picked up over here in North Little Rock at Alton. That'll take me to Jackson, Tennessee, which is about a 3.5 hour drive from here. I have a 9 a.m. appointment, so you know, we'll be able to get rolling Monday. So I'm gonna go home and enjoy, you know, most of Friday. I mean, it's Friday now, about, oh, what time is it here? Almost 9 o'clock. Was gonna get a truck wash, but the line is far too long, so I'll deal with that later. Got to get my stuff moved out of here and into the car. So I'm gonna go home. I got some chores to do, a lot of leaves to rake, pick up, mulch, whatever. I get that done. And I got plenty to do, but I'd rather be driving today, honestly. But you know, I've learned, I've been doing this for pushing 4 years now, not with Oakley, but even with my time with Maverick. I've learned when you get the long weekends, just enjoy them. Because a lot of the weekends are short. So that's what I'm gonna do. And we'll see you back out here next week.